Okay. Hey everybody, welcome to Skuldrin's Realm. I am Skuldrin, and I am playing a little bit of Dead by Daylight here on the, you could say, the eve of Yo-Yo Roma, on the eve of Memorial Day. Beautiful day it was, extremely hot and beautiful. Hope tomorrow is the same way. I am sharing the stream a bit and then we can get going. Hope everybody had a great weekend. I am just giving this a good run through. Okay. And this is kind of a late stream. Normally I would have done a stream earlier, but like I said, there was so much. Today was just such a beautiful day. You want to get out, you want to enjoy it as much as possible, you know. And with everybody else hiding indoors, I think it's always good to go out and enjoy life. All right, so Roma, welcome to the stream. Thank you for being part. And this is Dead by Daylight. And again, I really want to get some wins in. I was playing earlier, and it was, to say the least, really good. I got a couple of good matches in. I think I only had like one bad match, but that was without a stream. So I could be just bullshitting and lying to my team. But we're going to do this one and see how well I do. Now, Tuesday night drops the new chapter. Now, tonight also begins on the test server who the new killer will be. So, that I am praying, literally praying. I hope it's not a stupid killer. Like everybody says it's supposed to be like Candyman, like or Pinhead. I don't want to see those. They're pretty much generic. You know, they said it was supposed to be a killer with a long, you know, that's done a long series. Well, the only killer I know that has done a long series really literally is the Jason Voorhees. So I think in that aspect, we need to see a Jason Voorhees. Now I know some people are saying, "Oh, wait a minute, they're in the litigation. You can't do it, you know, because of this and that." And they're doing litigation, and for the Friday the 13th game. Friday the 13th game did it wrong. They should have consulted the owners of Friday the 13th. Here, I'm sure these people are smart enough to go out and ask for the license and make a deal. So I think in that aspect you're going to see that. I think it's a lot better, bigger chance. You can see it. No, just throw that in. So yeah, you know what? We'll see what transpires. I really don't want to use this. Oh, Lordy bean. Roman, hope you had a great day, buddy. You're my first one that dropped it in. I got a couple people popping in, so I hope everybody stays for the video. Again, I'm going to be doing this. I'm going to see how well these matches are. And during this match, we're going to, like I said, I'm going to just try to keep us entertained, keep us moving forward. And speaking about moving forward, there's no taco. There's no taco. I don't know why No, that was good. Yeah, like I said, today was a very beautiful day over here. Tomorrow, you know, I'm gonna be doing the same thing. Tomorrow I got like a special treat, so I want to see some stuff. I'm gonna begin my actual non-gaming stream. I'm gonna put that non-game. It's gonna be a different stream. Now that the weather's warming up, we're gonna do. I wanted to actually do the UFO hunting thing, where we go out and see if we can see UFOs. While we wait, this is always customary. I've always done this. I always play a little side game where I was gonna play a little side game where Mike Tyson's punching. So this kind of kills the moment. Or doesn't kill the moment. It keeps us active. We're sitting here waiting for eternity for this to come out. Now, I'm not going to waste any points. As you can see, my blood points, my shards. I'm gonna save them. I'm gonna start saving them. Like I said, I already got a couple characters to prestige 3. Okay, okie dokie. Alright, so we're now hopefully. Ooh, what am I doing? Had the wrong control, had the Nintendo control. Okay, thank God I noticed. I looked down, I'm like, wait a minute. Oh, come and see us. We are here again. Welcome back, Roma. Eric, thank you, Eric. Thank you, Nick, for liking the stream. Oh, it's not showing up on my end. Okay. Well, like I said, we're gonna have. There it is. There it is. Now it's well. So we're gonna do that, and like I said before, I'll let you throw in a mini game if you want. Oh Lord, this is no gonna be a good. Hey, birdie. Misa is so worried now. Oh, there it is. Can I just go out the window and go home? Mikey! Bye, Mikey. Bye. Bye, Mikey. I don't know. Fucking worry. Mikey's coming. Mikey's coming. Mikey's coming. Trust me, you don't want to stay. Was he behind me? Bye, Mikey. Oh my fucking god. Mikey scared the crap out of me. Oh, somebody's exposed. We're all exposed. Oh crap. I actually started maybe 2 years ago. This will be my second year. So I'm streaming. Okay. I want a soda, fucking slice, Pepsi, Sprite, tomato juice. Stay quiet. Mikey, run from Mikey. Run from Mikey, run from Mikey. Hey, you put your other picture up. Hey, Ashley! No, don't run that way, he's that way, you stupid fat broad. Get over here. How are you doing, Ashley? Yes, I actually had, this will be, I don't know, this will be maybe my second or third year as a streamer. And there we go. I am content with what I've done so far. You know, getting in the level up program, that's always a big plus. On Facebook, having great, you know, meeting so many great people, and I'm going to die. Bye, Mikey. Mikey, get over there, Mikey. Leave me alone, Mikey. Back this way. Go back this way. Mikey, get a soda for me. Mikey. Hey, how you doing, Ashley? Hope you had a great weekend. And I am going to die. Mikey, put me down. Mikey, put me down. Now it looks funny what I'm doing, but I'm not doing that. Okay. But I won't do that. Get over here, you fat broad. He's over there. He's over there, Mikey. Yeah, I believe my first stream, my first actual stream video was like many years, like 2 years ago, possibly. 2018. Where I just started, it was very simple. It was, get over here, you broad. Come on. Yeah, I could have had a baby by now. Here, heal me. Okay, fine. Mikey's coming. So yeah, I started my career like around like I would hit it like August of 2018 maybe. Um, and it was very basic. I was doing a lot of the retro games like Super Nintendo. Okay. And it was a real chore because I was very new at it. I didn't have much in the way of equipment. I basically just was doing it on the fly. Had a big, bulky camera. Had a big, bulky camera as my, you could say as a webcam because it was nice and crisp. There were times I did some games like Dead by Daylight. I always had to fiddle a lot with quality and all that. So it was like, it was a chore in the making. Get out of my way, you. Yeah. Yeah. You come down. You can come down here. Just stay to this. Hold on, guys. I'll be right back. All right. Coffee. I got coffee, sweet nectar. Really? You have to be right there. Why do I have a bad feeling? Stop running off, kid. Let me just get you here. We'll be safe until John Carpenter comes back. I saw Mikey, or I saw Mikey. Mikey, the rogue scholar, Mikey. So, yeah, I think it was, I say safe bet, it was since 2018. You can actually go back on YouTube and see some of my very early streams. And some of them I would just like to redo, kind of, you know, with a better setup that I have. Oh my gosh. He loves getting us all exposed. It's funny because back then I was still learning green screen, and for green screen, Mean Jade, my green screen background was an actual green cardboards that you could find in the dollar store. You know, you put them on, you tape them together with neon green tape, and yet neon green cardboard, and that was my green screen for. What the fuck do you mean? Whoa! Mikey, leave me alone. No! No, Mikey, no. Oh my god. No, this is not a good thing. Along the way, like, a lot of people actually were really helpful with my streaming setup. Ryan Poirier, the last gamer. I had a lot of people that helped spread the word. I was surprised, you know, like Mark Games, Homemade Runs. mean, there was lots of awesome people. Uno attack. But yeah, and then I got to meet great people like Ashley, you, Roma, and other people that's been on the stream. Kind of really. We're gonna have to run. Yeah, okay. Oh. No, fuck that. I need that other one. That other one is almost done. We could finish it. So yeah, it's been an up and down, very much up and down road. Jump in, Yemeni. Let's get on the fuck here. Well, she's a dead goose. Are those people working on another one? I certainly hope so. Where is... There's gotta be another one. There's gotta be another one. Oh, fuck me in the void. One down, one injured. I'm hiding. So yeah, it's kind of cool that a lot of people helped me get this stream up and running. Then I invested it on like gaming PCs to help get everything, you know, like situated, and it's far from perfect. Whoa. So yeah, and it's been great. I mean, you know, it's nice to have people watch the stream. You know, I notice sometimes a lot of people watch the stream after I'm done. So, you know, a lot of criticism, been good criticism. You know, I welcome all forms. I don't care, good or bad. It's a learning experience, and that's what helps me grow. I believe as a streamer. You know, diversity in the games have been another thing, and we are there. You know, diversity in games that I try to do. I try to do multiple different games. Mikey. I keep hearing the doom. That's never good. So hey, Taco, how you doing, buddy? Hey, John, everybody, that's John. He's another one who helped me throughout my time here. Whew. There, a pip. Wow, that was a nerve-wracking game. Give him a good game, because it was a good game. Michael Myers is one of my favorite killers. Not much, bro. Getting in some wins here. Come on, Todd. We gotta get you going. Oh. Gotta get in here, Todd. There you go. Good game. That's what I like to see. Come on, Todd. Let's get in here. Let's do some streams together. Let's get some wins in. This is my first game of the night. Of the night, should I say. And we are... so far, so good. It has not been without its trial. I've been hooked twice, so was lucky. I'm gonna stuff my face. I'm gonna jump on. Okay, everybody, Taco is another person who helped me on my streams. He is known as Taco's Modern Life on Mixer, and he is Game on Facebook, along with a lot of great people. Like I said, I've met so many great people who have been part of the stream and who's encouraging. In fact, I even got invited to Comic Cons to like sit down and talk about my, you know, my experience as a young streamer. And by young streamer means I'm not like a person who's been in streaming for years and years, you know. But I think my story, you could say, I started watching people like Markiplier, the Achievement Hunters, many, I can't, JonTron, Cinemassacre. I've been watching all those guys, the Angry Video Game Nerd. I've been watching those type of streams, and I gotta say, you know, it impressed me. I love the way they did stuff, and to really get in there and see how they do it, it was an inspiration for me to try it. You know, and at my age, I was like, you know, nobody wants to see an old guy. And then I saw Old Man Bronze, who's I think older than me, and he started doing the streams, and I'm like, oh, you know what, I might give it a shot, you know. And that's what started. I think that's what started that's what started me on doing streams. And like I said, it's always a learning experience, and things never go right, especially when you're live. I used to do them like recording and then uploaded. I might do some of that stuff when it comes to creative, like other themes that I'm going to be doing. I'm also was in a wrestling podcast because I used to be a manager in the 90s for wrestling. So, and that stuff you can see, and I also promoted shows, so you can see those stuff on my Facebook and YouTube pages. I think even on Twitch too, you can see some of them. And I might do some touch-ups. I might show it and talk about it. That way, you know, you be like a commentator and talk about, and pretty much talk about what's going on. But yeah, those are the things I used to do, and I gotta say, it's been a fun time doing this stuff. Getting new games to playing, playing against many people. Like I have Ashley, John Taco, a couple of people who are on my Xbox list and on my Steam PC list who played with me in a couple games. And I've played now multiple games. I play ARK, Star Wars: The Old Republic, Infestation, DayZ, Fortnite, Star Wars Battlefront 2, Little Nightmares, Limbo, Inside. I mean, the Resident Evil series. So, yeah, that's a lot of what I do. It's been so much fun to play these games. John says, have I ever thought about getting back into the wrestling scene? You know what? I was offered many times to come back as a manager because, like, I do have they like that I got the gift of gab, which is very rare today. I've done some appearances as a manager, but to do it fully again, I would like to run a promotion again and run an independent promotion. I think it's right now the time is right to start coming back to do it. Basically, to do it right, and I'll give you right now with AEW becoming a big thing. Right now with the WWE kind of, the NWA Power on YouTube. The AEW is already in my opinion, far surpassed WWE. WWE second, then you got the NWA, which is trying to get on the scene. And then you have Impact Wrestling, which is chomping still at little bits. I was trained by real professional wrestlers and bookers. So, and I've met a lot of the old schoolers, so I know how to book a show. I know how to do a show. For me to get back into business, and I'm not gonna throw you a big thing. It will have to be done right. The situation has to be done right. I need a right partner. Because the last partner I had, he was a wrestler, and you can't think. Let me put it this way: you can't think of running a wrestling company and a wrestling point of view. If you look on the list, wrestling is at the bottom of the list. You got to think of marketing, advertising, merchandise, sponsors. You got to think of licensing, insurance. Once you have all that, then you got to think of where are you going to book your shows, how are you going to get your shows over, your talent's a big part of it. You got to fight the right people. Then the wrestling comes in, match per match, who wrestles who, to get the equipment, to get everything. I will be honest with you, I will need someone willing to cough up $36,000. That was the exact figure. 35,000. I think that was the right figure, and we can legitimately take off a company, getting it licensed, getting it bonded, getting through the right hoops. If anybody was legitimate that wants to get into business, you gotta be in the business to get in the business, not because you want to be a wrestler and you want to be, you want to be the next Vince McMahon. You're never gonna be another Vince McMahon. It takes gradual steps. Look at AEW. AEW is a year old, and they have the backings of a billionaire, and they're taking their time building stuff up, which is a smart thing to do. Is there room for professional wrestling? Is it a good investment? Absolutely. You can actually do that. I think while we wait, see, I'm like killing time while we wait for this damn thing to come on. But if someone was serious enough, I think if someone was interested seriously and had the money that wants to do it right, then yeah, you know what? There can be money made from it. Because with the equipment, with a place, with everything, you can turn it into a school, so you're making residual income back. With merchandise and sponsors, look at that. With merchandise and sponsors, you're literally letting the company pay for itself, and you're making a profit. And as in any business, any smart businessman will tell you to get into business. You don't make money back in your first year. Maybe in 6 months if you're lucky. But actuality, you are looking at, you're definitely looking at about 6 months to a year. And I lean more towards the year before you see any profit. It's a good business, especially during the summer, because if you have the equipment, you can rent out the ring and all that. If you have your own place, hell, you can rent it out to the community for them to do like shows and all that. I had the opportunity in 2013 to return. I did a company from 1994 to 2000, and we were drawing, and this was in New York City. We were drawing 300 plus fans. I think 325 plus fans. Um, every month when we put on a show, we had storylines. We got guys who looked like wrestlers. We had a very young Homicide, a very young Low Key, the Haas brothers. If you're Charlie Haas, the world's greatest tag team. We had Jason from ECW. You know, we had a very young Devon Dudley. Let me see here. When I was managing, did I ever get hurt? Oh yeah, I got hurt. I got hurt many times. Oh, the trucker. There's the trucker. I actually got one of my ribs on my left side bruised heavily when a studio stunt went wrong. Let's see here. Got my ankle twisted a couple of times running away. I've actually had some scratches. Nothing really big scratches from fans who are trying to how he did not see me, I do not know. Yeah, Corny blew out legitimately both his knees at a Starrcade incident or a Great American Bash. I don't remember when he ran up the scaffold being chased by the road warriors. That in itself tells you that you're gonna get hurt. Wrestling is very real. It is predetermined, but the moves and everything, you can get hurt just like in any other sport. And I think there's more of a chance of getting hurt. I think the incident when I hurt my ribs was we were doing a studio shoot, which is we attacked the good guys, and they were sitting at a chair being interviewed. We came in, and me and my faction started beating up on them. No, what happened was bye-bye. better to go after the weak than to go after me. I see that. Very good. So, and we grabbed, me and my partner grabbed the one good guy. Okay, we grabbed the one good guy, and he was supposed to fall forward on his chair. And what he did was he fell backwards. So the arms of the chair, which was heavy metal, our momentum pulled us forward. So what happened was we got hurt because my ribs crashed right into the arm of the chair. And my partner suffered. I think he got like a bad bruise too. Hi, Noble. That's a long time, Noble, over on YouTube. How are you, Noble? Oh, where is it gonna die? Oh, he's gonna die big time. That's an okay. Run, run, run like son of a bitch. Why didn't that person run? Oh well, I tried. Now, let's do this again. How did I get hurt? Oh, gotta search your chest. How are you, Noble? There we go. But yeah, so the stunt went wrong, and I had my ribs damaged like for a good 3 months because I couldn't breathe. If I did that, it hurt like shit. And then the bad thing is I didn't have time to rest either because we had to do what was called spot shows, which was, there's one over there, which was basically you had to do shows in different locations back to back to back. You know, you didn't have. Is there anything here? Uh-oh. Okay, well that helps. You know, so you know, the spot shows. So, bloody corner add-on. gosh. Hi, E-Ray. Okay. Okay, here we go again. Whoop. I have to be careful. I love my baby. I love my honey. I love my rectangle. Fuck it. Where is it? Where are you? I heard you. I heard you. I heard you. So, yeah, that's, you know, that is the exact thing with wrestling. I mean, I've been very fortunate that I didn't. Okay. Ah, you son of a fucking bitch! I should have realized it. Should have realized that. George. George, how you doing, buddy? Oh, fuck that. I had to get out. So I think that's it. I think, but in actuality, again, if I wanted to go back into wrestling, the timing will have to be right, and I think it is good timing right now. Oh damn, George, go get some sleep, buddy. Thank you, E-Ray. Thank you, George. Thank you, John. Thank you, Brittany, for liking the stream. Nick, Eric, and the lovely Ashley. Mark Games, Emma Reed, and again, thank you all of you for being part of the stream and liking it and helping out. Okay, time. You take your time, buddy. So that's it. If I wanted to go back into business, I think that'll be the only way. Legitimately, that'll have to be the only way I go back. Again, it's one of those things that, can it happen? Can I do it? Yeah. It's like I said, once I have the funding, yes, I can do it. You know. So that, I think that's one of the things. Again, you know, as part of my dream, it was funny because growing up, I always wanted to be in wrestling, and I didn't want to be a wrestler. I didn't want to be world champion. I didn't want that. That was not my dream. My dream was actually the being a manager, being like Jimmy Hart or Bobby the Brain Heenan or James J. Dillon, manager of the Four Horsemen. You know, guys like that, I enjoyed watching. Like I said, I think I modeled my character as an evil, and it depended on the territory. Like when I was in Tennessee, they wanted me to be like Paulie Dangerously or Paul Heyman. You know, they wanted the New York style. You know, well, get out of here, kid. You know, I'm gonna drink my coffee. We're gonna bust your face up. Don't you worry, you're looking good. We're gonna bust your face. Then you ain't gonna be a pretty boy, okay? Okay. You know, that was the Tennessee version that I had to do. Then when it was up here, when it was in New York, it was kind of the it was kind of the same gimmick, and they wanted me to do what's like so like a dark, like an evil character. So it was like almost like the Sinister Minister, James Mitchell. You know, my hair was long. I was, you know, like dark and all that. Ryan, thank you. There goes one of the guys that helped me out setting my stream. He was a founder, you could say, of helping me start my streams. Ryan Poirier, the Last Gamer. You can find him on Facebook and YouTube. Great person. So many of you are great, and I do support. But Ryan is one of those guys that helped me get my stream set up. Helped me get the Level Up program on Facebook going. So big kudos to Ryan. Thank you very much. I mean, I've met so many great guys, Mark Games, Taco, John, Ashley, and so forth and so forth. I can't go on, but yeah, Ryan was one of the first ones that actually started it. I've been doing it for a year, but then Ryan helped me out. So thank you, Ryan. You are an awesome dude. Now we gotta get the Talkmeister in here. So, yep, and you guys can see Ryan over on Facebook and YouTube. He is the Last Gamer. So, big props for the man himself. And again, thank you very much, Ryan. So, yeah, so going back to wrestling, it was fun. I mean, it was legitimately a fun time. And we'll talk about fun times while we're waiting. We're going to do another Mike Tyson's Punch Out here. You are a superstar! Okay, so... Exactly. You gotta have that side game because, to be honest, with all the wait time, you know, it's kind of you gotta be in there doing. Help back up my ass. Just get handy to me. Doc, let me know when you're in game. Champion, the little midget. And it's kind of funny, you know, you're playing this game, you know, I'm waiting. Ryan says, man, I could have sworn that when I was a kid playing this, way back there, it was like, back when the bad guy was on the ground, but it might not be in the no, you do get some. You get some, and between rounds, you can only do it once per game, per match, which is knock, rub your shoulders, and you get it. You do get a little bit when they get knocked down, so... Look at that password. Oh my gosh. I love playing this. I remember I was, I don't know, I was maybe 20 or yeah, somewhere 19, when this came out. Classic up, down, left, right, A, B, A, B. I used to love the way they swerve back and forth and then oh shit, not good. That's a first. That is a first. That's a first. Man, we've done like 3 fights so far and nothing. Oh. Ow! He tricked me there. we're still waiting. Did everybody die in the game? And it's funny because when you guys say, "Wow, I was a kid when I played this," I was like a young adult. Ouch. Ow. I think so. Oh, here we go. Okay. Doc, where are you? Raw chicken. Boxy minty. So yeah, so going back to the wrestling, if I had something interested in like investing, it would have to be done right. Like man, the last guy I had, we had so much potential. We had the right people, we had the right setting. Wrestling needed like more promotions. We had a TV spot that we were going to get on Cablevision, um, and it just the individual was a wrestler and he just wanted his friends. Um, he wanted like hardcore Mario. So yeah, the people were right and everything was falling to play, but the guy just did not understand the creative. Like there was more to wrestling running a company than just being a mark for yourself, wanting to give yourself belts, hiring your buddies because they were lousy wrestlers. But you know, I mean, I could go on with the story and story and story, but honestly, you know, it was the no. Come on. It was like if they no on what not to do in wrestling. You know, and I gave the guy a chance, and he blew it. You know, he just never understood it. And again, wrestling is not what you just see on TV. There's a lot of aspects to it, and it's more the business side than anything else. Why do I get a better feeling? I know there's got a there you are. Is somebody coming? It's somebody coming. She's a hacky. She's a hacky. It's grandmama, huh? Get the fuck out of my way. I'm gonna come downstairs. Hey, David Butler. How are you, buddy? He's going. crying. Stop the crying. It's only gonna hurt you more. Oh, out of my way! Out of my way! Out of my way! Well, I tried. I tried. Ooh, that's gonna leave a mark. Somebody can help her. That's gonna leave a mark. Come on, come on. I'm gonna run. I'm going to run. Oh, you guys are here. Go chase her. Nobody wants to go help her? Yes, you guys go help her. I'm going straight for that one. So yeah, if anybody knows... If anybody knows someone who wants to get legitimately in the wrestling business, but wants to do it right, oh, she's a dime. You know, shoot me a message. And it's not a kiddie game, and I don't have time to waste. You know, if you seriously want to get in on the wrestling business, you know how it's really done correctly, then let me know. Or if you know someone that wants to try it. That damn noob didn't know how to crouch off the hood. They got himself too. Yep. Now the other person should be close enough to go get it. Oh, let's go. Where's the other one? Yeah, arc. Hold on. No ding ding ding. Nope. Hang on there, raw chicken. Let's go. Absolutely. They got it wrong. There we go. There we go. There we go. Uh-oh. No, Ed. It's over there. Hello? Yep. Uh-oh. Bye. Let's go. I know I'm gonna get the hell for that. Yeah, that was a no end. Yeah, see, I didn't hit both there. I got a shadow pip. Almost. Yeah, the very moment you said that, bam, and that's what happened. And no Ed came up. And it's funny, I didn't get a chance to look around for it. I could have looked around for it, but I didn't get a chance to. You know, the bad thing is, lately, I've been getting a lot of friend requests on Facebook. Now, yes, you know, it's awesome. I'm glad you guys, you know, want to get in contact with me, but, you know, send me a message first. Hey, thank you, Jose. Haven't seen you in a while. Jose likes, also like the stream. Iliala Arandano. She likes my post in the Dead by Daylight Xbox One community. Iliala. I'm sorry if I can't. I'm sorry if I don't say your name right. Alia. Alia. Oops, I'm free. But it's a lovely name. The name is like really nice. I just can't pronounce it. Okay, I'm expecting no hate mail. Okay, Mitako, I'll be waiting for you. Can't believe it's already, well, it is now Monday. Happy Memorial Day to all you veterans. Aha, there he is. The Taco Meister himself. Taco. Hey, so that works. So far that works. Okay, invite me to game. Alright, well then we went. Yep, we shall wait for game. So yeah, Todd. Yeah. Well, so far I've been really good so far. I've been really moving. I've been moving really well. So. No, I saved that for tomorrow or today because it is Monday. I have to drown my sorrows right now in coffee. Coffee. Well, we're gonna get a really big of something. Well, that's what she does say. So yeah, talk. I got I think the main injury I had was a very bruised rib, and my ankle twisted and a bunch of scraps, little scratches here and there. No, see that's, and again, I've heard the stories of that. I think the things I've gotten was that basically I was lucky with my association with wrestling, with a group of wrestlers. So I never had that problem, you know, and I knew how to protect myself. I used to take one of the things I loved about Jimmy Hart back in the day was he used to take these enormous bumps. He'll like fly over the top rope and land. I learned how to do that, and I learned how to be safe doing that. So I don't think I've heard of guys who were very stiff in the ring and that really hit you and like chopped you hard. I think one of the things that I gratefully and thankfully I was associated with Jason Knight of ECW and Rocky Rebel from ECW. So they protected me in the business. And then I had like my tag team, the Nightmare Express, was another two big guys. So everybody knew kind of don't fuck with Joey Knight, you know. And I was very grateful for that. But I've heard stories. I met Big Vito, and I've heard from people that Big Vito like hit people really hard, and I'm like, never had to experience that. Now I did get the chops hard. Like I remember when I first broke in, Jason and Rebel, Rebel pulled me in Rebel put me in like a full Nelson. Jason pulled my shirt up, gave me this chop. I mean, everybody in the locker room heard it. And they're like, oh, that sounded like it hurt. He gave me another chop, pop. And you can hear the pop, and my chest was like red. And I'm like holding back tears. And I'm like, ah. I'm like, just, that's it, pretty boy, hit me again. And Jason looked at me, laughed, and he says, you know, kid, I like you, right? And I'm like, hey, that's nice, job. And I was like, ah, you son of a fucking bitch. And once I did that, took the chops from Jason, I mean, dude, my chest was red, it was bleeding from the chops. But I held my ground, and a lot of the workers respected me from that. And they knew who my mentor was, my main teacher. So I think all of that combined, I really had an easier transition into the business than most people. I've heard stories from a lot of guys that I felt bad for, and they told me how bad they were misused and how they were abused in the business. In fact, one of my tag team, a tag team I managed from '94 to the end of my career. When they started, they were jobbing out. So, and I used to scream at them. I used to say, guys, why are you letting these people do this to you? You know? And yeah, and it's like they were good guys, don't get me wrong, loved them to death. You know, one member passed away many years ago, and you know, may he rest in peace. And his partner, still, me and him are like brothers. And even one of the tag team guys, that his partner passed away, but we're so great. We're like a trio. We're together. And I gotta say though, it's like, you know, you see these guys and you hear their stories, and you feel bad for them because, you know, they took a lot of abuse. And I was like, how can you let that happen? I remember I went to one show, and I was invited to the show, and I wasn't supposed to be working. You know, they said bring your gear. That's one of the things in wrestling. You're supposed to bring your gear because you never know if you're ever gonna get work. So I remember I went up to this show in Jersey. I wasn't booked on the show, and they invited me to look at the talent, just to hang out and see. And the promoter saw me. We talked for a bit. He knew who I was, and blah 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 blah. And he said to me, you know, hey Joey, you know, you're here. You want to manage someone? And I'm like, dude, I'm just here. You know, I'm just here just to watch the show. You know, one of my friends invited me. Oh no, he says I need a heel manager. So I'm like, what? Okay, whatever. I said, dude, I gotta get paid then, and I just said $75. Give me $75, and I'll do it. He says, deal. And I'm like, oh fuck, now I gotta do this. So got in gear, got in everything, and next thing you know, I'm managing this tag team who are basically, and I love like I said, I love the guys to death. They were like Public Enemy. They were like they were Public Enemy before Public Enemy. And you know, they gave them to me. I did not know who they were, who their names were. The guys had to introduce themselves quickly. We put them against another team. The guy says, hey, Joey's your manager, and they knew who I was from the indie scene, and they said, hey, Joe, man, nice to meet you. And I'm like, nice to meet you guys, what, blah 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 blah. And bottom line was, that night they won the tag titles. And I'm like, oh, nice. Well, you know, good deal. I was like, oh, congrats. Yeah, you know, and it was nice, but it was like I wasn't gonna be their manager like all the time. And I you know, and I expressed that because that wasn't my territory, and the pay wasn't that great, and I was doing other shows that paid a lot more, you know. So but it was a lot of fun. I remember, like, I don't know, maybe 3 weeks later. Here we go. 3 weeks later, the tag team calls me. I'm at home. I just finished like a 3-day tour, and it was like Baltimore, Philly. Oh yeah, I wish it was like that. I wish it was that good. We went from Baltimore to Philly, and then Baltimore 2 nights, Philly, and we came back and made over like $600. And the guys called me up and says, hey, this is such and such. And I'm like, oh yeah, what's up? He says, well, we lost the tag titles. Okay. And I'm still waiting, like, okay, so, you know, like, and he says, yeah, but they said because you were not here. I'm like, dude, one, that's not my territory. Two, it was only a 1-up. And the way, long story, but the match wasn't like, it was garbage. They should have never lost the belts to begin with. It was like another guy marking out for himself. He wanted his team to win the belt, so he did that, you know. And I'm like, guys, there's nothing I can do. I am not your official manager, la 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 la. Years later, I got to manage them again, you know? And we had a lot of fun with it. Yo. Oh, jeez. Mikey's been a... What the fuck is this? Yeah, you better run, dude. Run like the wind, bullseye. And you are the obsession. Ooh. Yeah. And gotta have a pallet between us. I found a glowing totem. Yep, I am destroying it now. So, yeah, dude, but like I said, man, I was fortunate, and I listened to the stories of these other guys that I've worked with, and I felt real bad for them because they were like the misfits. Yep, that was me. Okay, I'm gonna. Oh, you got that person. Okay. Yeah, that made 2 totems down. Oh yeah. So, yeah, so dude, I'm telling you. Well, you are the obsession too. I've been getting a lot of Myers. Yep. I've had so far this makes 3 Myers. Oh shit. Oh shit. Run. Ah, where you at? Oh, sweet Mother McCree, you're right there. I'll get you, dude. Don't worry. For you. I don't know where the other person is. Oh, way down there. I can hear you. Here, I'm gonna give you something. Here, take this. Then I'll heal you. Oh, you got one. Okay. I'll heal you. Oh shit, he's coming. I want to finish. Yeah, hey, run, Tom. Ow! Son of a bitch! I want son do something good. Oh shit! Oh my god, dude! Is that what? A second. I'm coming. Let me just heal up. Yay! Oh shit! If they could get you down. Oh, who put that hole there? Fuckaroony. Damn! Come on. There you go. Let's go. Whoop. Oh, Lordy baby. It's coming. shit! Dude! Well, that's second hooky for me. Means I can do this all day. Oh, thank God. Heal me, great Sahib. Heal me first, you dumb girl, before you jump on the thing. Okay, now we can get on here. Let's get on here. So I can go on this too? Good, let's get this one fucking done. Honey, I'm gonna complain. Public piping in this. The landlord doesn't fix these pipes. I smell shit. Oh shit. We're way over here. Not okay. We need to find another one. Dude, if you can help me, I'm in the middle. Oh, the other girl's got her. If I... Yeah. Oh. He's dead. Mikey. Be nice, Mikey. Be gentle. Be gentle, Mikey. Mikey. Remember, I'm the friend of your mother's. I know it's the what? Oh shit! Mikey. Oh, never mind. Ow, fuck. Dude, I am gonna die. And I'm not even gonna fight it. Mikey, take me. Take me, Mikey, I'm yours. Stop breathing heavy, Mikey, that's turning me on. That Hoyt. That Hoyt. I wonder if he's gonna kill the other person. What is he doing with the other? Oh, well. Oh, to answer that question. That answered that question. He's a son of a bitch. Actually have fun with that one. Okay, as soon as you're ready, we're gonna go at it. No, they basically, you know, they did their little stuff, but they wasn't like we mostly. I was surprised I held out for that long. You know, to be honest, Mikey was just chasing me everywhere. But yeah, they really didn't accomplish much. Maybe if they did a gen, I wasn't even, I don't even know. So yeah, really don't know. You know what? I'm going to take this opportunity and say, you know, I'm going to send my condolences to the Kimura family. Hannah Kimura, a pro wrestler and a cast member from Terrace House, she committed suicide at 22 years old due to cyberbullying. Yeah, she was an awesome wrestler and really, you know, I think she was on her way. And I'm reading the thing, and it's so sad. Cyberbullying is how can I put it? It's never the answer. It's so we have this. And it's so hard to like say this, but you have this. You know, you have this medium, should I say, where social media is supposed to help bind us, bring us together, you know, and unfortunately that's not the case, and I think it more disrupts us and it really, you know, it destroys a lot of people, and You know, it's so sad to see that. And this girl was 22 years old, very attractive Japanese girl. She wasn't ugly. You know, I think she had like a lot going for her compared to like, you know, a lot of other girls in the business. You know, she could have gone somewhere. And it's so sad that because of stupid cyberbullying, you know, you know, yeah, I don't know, it's just so sad. I'm gonna post that to my to my page so folks can read it. And the links and everything is there. Yes, like I said, you know, there's a good bunch of people who know how to use social media, and then there's the asshats who are just, you know, they're the keyboard warriors, you know, so, sad, very sad. Oh yes, many shoot fights. In fact, I see one shoot fight. Hold on. I just gotta answer a friend's thing. Yeah, so go ahead. I'm sorry, buddy. Go ahead with your question. Oh yeah, I've seen many shoot fights. One actually happened in a show that we were doing. A buddy of mine's. It goes back, and they long to, fix that issue. But um, years, many years ago, I think 90, or I don't know, 95, 96. There was a wrestling show in Brooklyn, and one of the guys knew the superintendent who gave him the rights to use the gymnasium for a show. Okay, well, and the school didn't have a problem with it. Well, apparently nobody communicated properly, and the show ended up being, there was a basketball game on the same night as the wrestling show. So they had the gym first. We didn't. So they had to put the show on the auditorium with the ring on a stage. So you already know that's it was okay. The show was horrible, but let me digress from there. Was during the show, it wasn't a great show, honestly. But during the show, one of the workers he got drunk. He finished his match. He was talking to some fans at ringside, well, not ringside, but in the seats. And another guy that he just wrestled earlier tonight, the other guy had beaten him. Okay, let's put it that way. Let me put the details and the facts straight. The wrestler who defeated the guy who was getting tipsy, he wanted to go to his car. Like, his match was over, he wanted to get something out of the car, and so he couldn't go the back way, so he had to go to the fans, to the auditorium. Well, this guy who was a little bit tipsy was talking to some fans, so now he's getting a little bit blasted. So what happened was the fans were telling him, "Hey, that's the guy who beat you. Go get him." Him thinking, "Yeah, that's a good idea," went on and stuck up behind the guy and started attacking him. Well, the other guy didn't know who attacked him. He thought it was a fan attacked him because he's going through the fans. He turns around and starts wailing on this guy and like pounding on, punching him. And he sees the guy, and the drunk guy is like punching now him hard. So they shoot fight. They're legitimately fighting now. The drunk guy thinks it's okay. He doesn't realize, oh shit, I think I just started something. And he just thought the other guy was stiff, and the other guy was like, yo, this fucking idiot's attacking me. So they managed to break them apart. And the drunk guy didn't know what the fuck was going on. He just thought it was just a normal shit. He sobered up and realized, oh shit, I did something stupid. The other guy is cursing a storm. He's looking to beat people up now. And he came up to me, and I'm like, dude, before you even come up to me, this is not my show, leave me alone. I have nothing to do with this. I'm just a manager. So, oh my God, it was horrible. But that was a legit shoot fight because the guy took it too far. Like, he just did not tell the other guy that he was gonna do this, so the other guy thought he was being attacked for real. Yeah, again, stupidity should never happen. Stuff like that should never happen. Now, I've seen a televised shoot fight between the Skyscrapers, Sid Vicious, and Dan Spivey taking on the Jobber Tag Team. And the Jobber Tag Team, the other partner was selling, the other guy did not sell shit. I don't know if he thought he was Mr. Wonderful, he thought he was this, he was that. I don't know. Bottom line is, um, Sid Vicious did a power bomb on him, pinned him, and the guy, as soon as the match was over, he got right back up like nothing happened, and was leaving the ring. That's a big no-no, especially to do monster fucking baby, two monsters. Yeah, no. Yeah, this was an average sized guy who just, should have been selling these hits. And he's not selling for shit. And in the business, if you're doing something like that and you're no selling for someone, you just gave them the right to piss out of you. Like I remember, no, in fact, there's another show that I was at live. It was me, Jason, Rockin' Rebel, and the Nightmare Express. We were booked. The faction was booked at a show, and when we got there, my tag team wrestled their tag match. My light heavyweight guy, who just joined, he wrestled. That was a Dream Warrior. He did his match. They didn't have anything else for Jason and Rebel, so they put him together in another tag match with these two guys. And this kid did not sell shit that Jason and Rebel was doing. They clotheslined him, they did everything, and he's no selling. So when they Rebel picked him up, slammed him extremely hard, then chopped him, right? And he knows, so like, I called them out, and I told them, hey, come over here, we're gonna like, to the fans, they thought that we were regrouping and talking, and I'm like, yo, this dude is no selling. And you could tell in their face they're red, they're pissed, they willing to kill this dude. So they said, Joey's your call. I'm like, what do you guys want to do? Yo, he no sold, we're fucking him up. So they looked at the guy did not know what the hell was coming. My God, they dragged him to our side of the corner, ripped his singlet top down, and started chopping him for real. And I'm like, I'm at ringside, I'm going, and people thought I was just like kayfabing, like, oh, that hurts. No, I'm legitimately saying, oh, that hurts. And they're not holding back. They're just chopping the shit out of this dude. And this dude had tears in his eye. And they tag out, and Jason comes in. Jason starts chopping this dude. And now his chest is bleeding. And Rebel puts him, and they're still in the corner. Rebel's on the outside, leans forward, puts him in a headlock, whispers in his ear, this is for no selling us, you piece of shit. For 5 minutes, they are chopping this guy. He is trying to get away. He pushes Jason aside to try to tag. They legitimately race and grab him, and I do the heel manager thing. I call the referee over. The referee can't see the tag, so the referee doesn't see the tag. So it's like, and I'm whispering to the referee, hey, say, ref, get your fat ass over here. And the guy makes the tag. He makes a tag. The workers, they look at, like, the referee looks at the guy and says, you did not make a tag. And Jason and Rebel drag this guy back into the ring. His partner said, yo, these fuckers are serious. Uh-oh. Somebody's coming. Yep. Oh. Yes, they were. I think the guy was named Yes. He was an average built guy, and he no-sold Sid's Powerball. That's a big no-no. But one of the taboos, and hey, I'm coming up to you. Uh-oh. He's over there. He's behind. He just went to the big house over there. He's chasing someone. Good, somebody has to. Yeah, I've seen shoot fights go on, and I've seen where people have legitimately, let's go this way. Oh, he's chasing you. Yeah, he's after you. I took down that. Why am I the obsession? Run through! Go! Drop! Oh. I can't, I'm down. Yeah, get me up, get me up, get me up. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. I can't, he's coming. Dude, I'm coming for you. Yeah, I'm coming for you. Run through the house. This way. Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay, you go in there. Wait, I'm going downstairs. Because I gotta do. Alright, so yeah, dude, I mean, I've seen legitimate fights, and I've seen, you know, matches where people were not right, and it's just one of those things where people have stupidity, and they, you know, either they don't want to lose to a certain person, or they feel that they need to show that they're better than the other person, and it never works out. Ah, fuck. He came and got me. And I'm in the basement, so he's gonna hook me. Watch it, dude. Oh, he did not hear you. Wait. Go ahead, he's gone. Oh, no. Okay, he's found you. He knows you're in there. Yeah, this is not good. Where's the other people? They ain't coming to save us. Get him from now. It's a Katie. Little lady Katie. I ran right out, dude. As soon as I come up the stairs, I just ran out. I'm far to the end. I'm gonna hide between two rocks. Oh. We're saved. We're saved. So yeah, dude, I mean... Oh, the other dude died! What a dumbass. Oh shit, I heard that. We need to start banging out. I just saw you. I'm right. I'm with you. I'm with you. Like Ronald Reagan used to say, I'm with you, Duke. I'm with you. Oh, right behind you, to your right. Swing around to your right. Uh-oh. Yep, he's coming. Don't hide in there. He's gonna know you went in there. Did you stun him? Oh yeah, we went after you. Okay, I'm going back to that gym. I can burn up a toolbox. Just see if I can get it done faster. At least partial. So yeah, dude, I mean, I've seen my fair share of shits that have gone out. I've been in situations where fans really thought I was this legitimate bad guy in my tag team, and you literally chased us out of the territory. Damn, that hurts. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. Yep, I'm dead. The hook is right here. Hey, not bad. I held out for like, this is my first death, I think. The obsession is dead. Yes, finish another challenge. That was a nicey. Wait, what? Okay. So yeah, dude, I've seen crazy shit. There was a worker. His ring name was Nightmare, and dude he was the man of 1,000 gimmicks. He used to carry this big duffel bag, and in it had like smaller bags which had different gimmicks in it, like mask gimmicks. They have different costumes. Damn, it kicked me all the way out. Yes. Fuck. So, yeah, that's, like I said, I've seen stuff, dude. Oh, you died too? Yeah. It was a legit screw job, and I will tell you why. Because even Undertaker to this day talked about it, and he will tell you like he was like basically legitimately pissed off at it, like something like this happened, you know. He he was legitimately pissed off because it really happened. But then again, um, if you it's not unheard of. It's called a swerve. It's really unheard. It's not really it's not as surprising as people think because it has happened many times before. It's just this one was high profile, and what it really boiled down to was um, Brett should have, like in any person that leaves a territory, if you're holding a championship, you're supposed to do, give up your belt, like lose to someone, drop it, whatever have you. He didn't like Shawn Michaels legitimately, and from people I talked to who actually did interviews with Brett and all that, said, yeah, this was a very serious thing. And after that, it just was a real bad situation. Brett brought it upon himself. That was a Bret Hart fan. I remember his early Hart Foundation days and all that. But then when you get introduced to the business, you learn that there are certain things you do for the business. Brett did not want to do that. He basically, his mind, he felt like, I'm not going to lose to Shawn, especially in Canada. I'll lose it to him in the United States or anything else. Vince, for all his thing, I think he caved under pressure from Shawn and Triple H at the time. I think he caved in, and Shawn probably told him, look, the asshole's leaving. He could have been like me and stay behind, but give me the belt. So I think Shawn made a stink about it, and they didn't know how to confront it properly. And since the two legitimately hated each other, it basically went down that they had to take the belt off of Brett, and they figure out that's the best way possible. So Undertaker was one of those guys. There was, I think, a long time ago, a couple of years into this, I would say like maybe, holy Christ, in 2002, somebody published a newsletter with all the accounts because they were there, and it basically, Undertaker was pounding on Vince's door. Hey, you better do right by this. I don't like that. Brett was pissed off legitimately and all this. And honestly, there were decisions, there were times when I had to do a show and I wasn't happy with the results. And I would talk to the promoter or booker and say, hey, I don't like this finish. You really want to do this? Yes, so, we would have to do it because we got paid. That's the credo, It's, Brett should have done the right thing, and he didn't. Because if you look back at previous people that have left, look, Nature Boy Ric Flair, when he was world champion, and when he left to go back to WCW, he lost the belt he was the world champion, lost it to Mr. Perfect. Let me say, no, correction, he lost to the Bret Hart. And he did house shows where he lost to Mr. Perfect cleanly in a loser leaves Federation match. I don't know why they ever said it, but Perfect pinned Ric Flair, and Flair was gone from the company. So it's a lot that they, people do. Hogan, when he was leaving the company, he took losses. You know, he lost to Yokozuna, he lost to Undertaker. Macho Man was kind of the same boat. And so no one's above no one. If a promoter tells you you have to do this, it's your duty to do it or you leave. In fact, I'll give you another thing. We did a show in August of 2013. We did a show in a mall, in a big mall in New Jersey, and we had a lot of great talent there. And this guy came in, and he was like, "I'm a wrestler," and all this that, and he looked like a Pillsbury Doughboy, and he wanted to work one of the talent. So I remember my booker came up to me, and he said, "Yo, do you know this clown?" And I'm like, "No, who is he?" And he says he's a worker. So I found out that he was Jason's friend who was just looking for work. So out of consideration for Jason, because again, me and him have a great relationship, I said, okay, but the dude looks horrible. I legitimately said that. I'm like, damn, the guy looks horrible, man. You know. So we said, okay, how about this? You know, you'll wrestle this guy, but you're not getting paid because you just walked in here. We didn't book you. You know, and you got to lose to one of my guys because we don't know you. Oh man, the dude threw a fit. You know, and the worker I gave him was a good, solid worker. He didn't want to lose to him, so he took his bags and said he had like a family emergency, and he left. Jason goes to me, "Yo, what happened to this guy? Where'd he go?" And my booker had to tell him, "Oh, we booked him in a match. He was supposed to lose." And he cried that he couldn't lose and left. So yeah, and he left. He didn't want to lose. And again, that you don't do that. You know, that's the reality in wrestling. You know, you gotta win, you gotta lose. That's how the situations are. So yeah. So the Montreal Screwjob was a real thing. It was legitimate. It was a thing where, how can I put it? It should have been done better and right. What I would have done personally, I would have gave Brett his win in Canada and said, okay, you're fighting Monday Night Raw in, I don't know, somewhere in the United States. Like, I don't know, in fucking New York or Philadelphia. You're fighting Sean in Philadelphia. It's going to be a schmoz. Triple H is going to run in. He's going to distract the referee. Sean's going to hit you with something, knock you down. They'll cover you. The Hart Foundation will run out, try to stop it, but the match will be over, and boom. You know, Brett doesn't look bad leaving. Sean gets his damn win, and that's it. You know, that's how you book matches. Oh, dude, you know, it's when you're in the business, especially when you have to set stuff up. There's so many terminologies. It's funny. It's like, you know, there was something we used to call kabuki. It looked like kabuki-ish because there was a wrestler named Great Kabuki in Texas, and he would do crazy stuff. So people would say it's kabuki-ish, and I picked that up from Jimmy Cornette. I remember, what was it? It was like, oh, we're gonna do a schmoz, or we're gonna do some shenanigans, or we're gonna, you know. And usually when that gets thrown up in the air, it's like, okay, there's gonna be a schmoz. Okay, what kind of schmoz? What kind of shenanigans? What are we doing? And you know, it's a real funny business. You know, there is before I think you're probably gonna ask this. There are real life betrayals. There are like a tag team. If one guy is, let's put it like this, the term who is the Marty Jannetty of the team is a legit thing in the business. Because if you're a Marty Jannetty, they, yeah, that, because you know in the Rockers, Marty Jannetty was a good worker, but Sean had the better appeal. So Sean moved forward, while Marty Jannetty basically, you know, got into drugs and alcohol and never seen again. You know, so it's you'll see real life teams. Like I remember one guy, like my partner at the time when we were in 2013, the guy wanted to bring this tag team in. They looked horrible. They had no build. It was a white guy and a black guy, and you know they had this ring rat with them. This girl who basically fucked the locker room. You know, and I was like, no, I don't want to use them. Look at them. Plus, they got a ring rat. And when my buddy, I was gonna say his name. I don't want to say his name, but he brought them to the show that we did, and and the guy got in my face and he, oh, what do you think? Why you don't like us or something? I'm like, dude, look at you. I've been in the business. I've been in business for years, and I'm like, look at you two. Your singlets are hanging on you. You have no build. I'm like, you look horrible. I'm like, I seen your matches on video. You have no coordination. You got a ring rat as a manager. So I'm like, if you want me to take you seriously, put on at least 50 more pounds. Put on 50 more pounds. Put a better singlet that hugs your body and makes you look good. Work your body out. Learn to shoot promos. Learn to work. And then see me. I'm like, for right now, you guys are nothing to me. And I said, you can talk behind my back. I don't know shit. I said, I know shit because I've already been in the business. Well, after that, they didn't get booked anywhere. They're only in cheap backyard promotions. They're in the little minor tiny league promotions that they hire anybody. These guys will work there. And then you saw the tag teams I had, that these guys were coordinated. They looked the same. They looked good. They knew how to shoot promos. It boiled down to that, you know. And it was, you know, in itself, okay, the two guys, they just stopped getting booked. And what happened was, here's the story, and there's the legit story. The black guy decided to put on 50 pounds, work his body out, got a better outfit, and do you know who he is now? He's now a member of the Party Posse or something like that in AEW. So I forgot which name, but he's the lighter skinned dude, boom, that's bald headed, and he's like the Party Posse or Posse Party. I don't know what the fuck they, but you know, again, it took him realizing that you're never going to get anywhere with this partner and with your look and with your ring rat girlfriend or whatever. You need to move forward. And I tell that to a lot of people. Dude, I've had, and I'm like almost 6 feet. I'm 5'11", and I'm like, I think I was like 265, 285 pounds, and here is guys legitimately 6'4", 285, 302, and I'm looking up at them and I'm telling them, You have to lose, and this is how you're going to lose. And a lot of them came up to me many times and said, you know what, we respect you, you get in our face. And I'm like, dude, I'm not doing anything to hurt your career. I'm doing it in a sense that we have to do this. And that was always my thing. If I can help you in a career, I will push your career. There's ways of doing things. Not everybody has to be a WWE superstar. You know, I remember one guy came pissed off at me because he was being used everywhere, right? And he was a certain he used his name everywhere, like about 12 different little indie promotions. Okay, he came to me and I said, dude, I can't use you. I can use you as this gimmick. He says, but I made a name for myself with these gimmicks, and I'm with my gimmick. And I'm like, dude, and about 6 other promotions use you. Your novelty is no good to me. I'm like, I said, think about it like this. If somebody sees you over here with us and you're using this gimmick and you're getting a push, the fans are behind you, blah, blah, blah. Now you're a bigger commodity because now you can do more than one gimmick. I says, I don't care if you go back to your other companies and do your old gimmick. You're this person here. And I'm like, and we're gonna sign an agreement. We signed an agreement and we notarized it. It was a contract. You can't use this gimmick that I'm giving you someplace else because you could be sued. You know, and that's the difference. I think that's the difference in my thing. I got accused many times of fans telling of promoters and workers saying that, oh, they think Joey thinks he's a Vince McMahon. He makes these contracts to make sure we do our gimmicks that he gives us there and all this. And one time, like, a guy was using the gimmick. He didn't think that he thought he could get away with it. One of the other, and they filmed this, and one of the other workers came to me and said, Joey, this guy's using the gimmick you gave him, right? And he's getting over here. Well, I called them up. Got a friend of mine who was an attorney. I said, give him a cease and desist letter. And the money he made that night is now mine. Well, they contacted him. They told him, he tried to say he never did it. They showed him the film. And he ended up having to give me $150 he made in 2 nights. So you wrestled for 2 nights for free, $75 for nothing. You know, when you could have gone back to your gimmick. It's a matter of principle, and it's a matter of business. You know, it's like I'm looking for the interests of my guys in my promotion. What you do elsewhere is your business. Don't take something that we made and that's getting you over and take it someplace else thinking you're going to get over there, because it's not going to happen. You know, I had back in '96 when the NWO was big, we did a spoof, we did a parody of them. We had the JWO, and it was like these guys who got together, like the BWO, remember them? Yeah, we did this. We did a legitimate thing with that, and nope, I'm waiting here with you. Oh my God. I mean, okay. So yeah, you know, I'm not being cutthroat or anything like that, but it's the business. And like I said, the wrestling business, okay? The wrestling business, if you don't know how to do it, if you don't know how to follow through with it, you know. And if you don't know, if you can't separate business from basically, um, you know, the aspect of everything else, then obviously you're going to, you know, you're not going to make it in the business. Right. Well, oh yeah. Yep. And that was, again, when people don't want to do the business and people don't want to, you know, follow through, you're putting yourself out that you're going to be legitimately either blacklisted or you're going to or you're going to be never achieve more than what you're going to achieve. Okay, do you see that I'm ready? You know, I'm ready. Unready? Ready. Alright, I'm going to back up to it. Gives me a chance to like end the stream and then we can come back in the game. Let me end this and come in. All right, everybody. I'm gonna say it's been a great night. Now it's day. Like, subscribe, and follow my channel. Do the hashtag Skuldron's Realm. Again, you can find me on YouTube, Mixer, Twitch, and Facebook. You can find me on Twitter at Skuldron. You can find me also on Instagram at Skuldron's Realm. If you're interested in Skuldron's Realm t-shirts, please check out streamlabs.com/Skuldron's Realm. Check out my buddy, my good friend here, Taco John. You can find him on Facebook as Game On. You can also find him on Mixer as Taco's Modern Life. Give him the support too. You have Ashley Huff, and many others. Ryan Poirier, The Last Gamer. Check these guys out. Give them your support. And thanks. And